Following your passion keeps people poor, or at least poorer than they ought to be. And maybe you feel lost right now. I get it. I've been there. I was dead broke in my early 20s, and I read all the self-help books I could get my hands on. And a lot of them said, follow your passion. And ironically, that didn't help me. Then I started changing what I did, and my life changed as a result. So problem number one with follow your passion, it gets cause and effect backwards. So often we become passionate about things after we get good at them, not before. You will hear people say, follow your passion. You'll hear really smart people, very successful people say that. And think about why they might say that. They're like, well, let me look at myself. I'm passionate about what I do, so just do what I do. Be passionate. But the thing is it's just like saying, hey, if you want to be rich, fly private. Or if you want to be tall, go play basketball. It doesn't work that way. You get rich, and then as a result of being rich, you can fly private. It's not that flying private's the reason that you're rich, right? So you will do the work to become passionate, not that being passionate is necessarily the thing. Now, here's the thing. Some people are like, well, some people just naturally have a passion. No, they found the thing earlier. They had their chance experience when they were in their early toddler years, or they're 5, 6, 7, they start painting and it's like, oh God. So they follow the same process. They had some sort of chance encounter. They start doing a little bit of deliberate practice. All of a sudden they realize there's value in their skill. Their parents, their friends are like, oh, you're good at drawing. Oh, you must really like this. And then boom, all of a sudden deeper passion emerges. They start identifying as it, and then boom, competence, skill, and then passion. And so I say this to say that some of you, myself included, like never really had something that just magically occurred. You have to start stuff that you're not necessarily as good at and have broader exposure so that you allow chance to take root. Number two, it's too vague and assumes everyone has a clear passion, and many people have no idea, right? So it's hard to say that you like X more than Y. You might like both, right? And so it's very hard to quantify. It makes it hard to decide. And so how good you are at something is a little bit easier to make an A/B decision on, right? So if I said, do you like pizza more than you like tacos? You would be like, I don't know. Like, I kind of like both of them, right? But if I said, are you better at English than you are at math? It's probably easier for you to make a call there, right? And so preferences versus skills are easier to determine a decision path, which then gives you clarity on what next steps to take. So I'll give you an example. So Bill Gates tried a bunch of different things. So he tried law, he tried mathematics, he tried programming before he found his direction. And he wasn't following a clear passion, but he was exploring his abilities and opportunities. And I'll give you a personal example. Back in the day, before I started business, I was like, well, I kind of like froyo, and I learned a little bit about that. I was like, I like fitness, and I like test prep. And so I kind of had these different skill sets in these different domains, but I was only able to have clarity once I started and then took action on it, because then the feedback loop begins. And so the objective of developing passion is to get a feedback loop started. So 3, liking something doesn't make you good at it. All right, so think about it like this. Being passionate doesn't even guarantee that you have the skills for it. And sometimes it's better to have a career and enjoy your passions in your free time. My dad used to tell me, well, if I did what I was passionate about, I'd be a bartender at a ski slope. And I mean, he used to say it in jest, but like the point rang clear to me. He was like, listen, there's things that you do to provide for your family. There's things that you do to provide for yourself, build a future, have security. And there's things that you do with your free time. Now, some people are like, those things can be one and the same, but I'll tell you what, my dad loves what he does. And I'll tell you that he didn't start it because he loved it. He started because he wanted to just be a productive member of society. Maybe it's a little bit of that immigrant in me, but like, the rest of the world isn't so comfortable that they're sitting in sunshine and rainbows. But here's the crazy part. Many of them are more fulfilled than we are because they don't see anything wrong with doing the work. Doing the work is seen as it's seen as a dutiful responsibility. It's seen as a good thing. Guy provides for his family. Nothing wrong with that. So I'll give you a little example here. So Warren Buffett follows a philosophy that he calls the circle of competence, all right, which is focusing not on what excites you, but on what you understand best. And his passion follows his competence, not the other way around. So for example, me personally, all the gym owners I know love fitness, but many of them were very broke. And so they said, hey, I should start a business around fitness because I'm passionate about it. And then made no money because they had to realize, oh, wait, I don't know anything about business. And so it's like understanding fitness is like 5% of the fitness business. It's just kind of like, oh, I like cooking, I should start a restaurant. It's like, well, it's about 5%. And what's crazy is the thing that you're actually passionate about, cooking or doing fitness, has almost nothing to do with monetizing that skill.